This is Utana Maluleke from South Africa, the TBC elected president from RSA. And we are currently live streaming with our ambassadors of TBC. They just came back from Africa, Uganda, and we also have our leader in the Free State, Sky Ferreira, South Africa, and we also have Stefan from Kalinin, South Africa. So, guys, please profile yourselves, and from there we will start with questions. But I will also prefer Stefan to start with his first questions, then I will follow.
Welcome back to South Africa. I know I did say welcome this morning when I greeted you, and you know, that was the most amazing feeling to see you guys. And I had to sneak up on you because I didn't want you to see me immediately. I wanted to sneak up on you and give you a hell of a surprise, which I did. And it was so amazing to see you guys back there. You know, knowing that you've gone for a week away from your families.
Oh, it's fine. Of course, it's fine.
Yeah. The thing is that I want to pose as a question is, when you landed, when you got into the airplane the first thing, what were your thoughts? Knowing that me and Lawrence have traveled, and I think Sky has also traveled, but you guys, it was your first. So tell us about that.
I can say my side, and my mom can say hers. I was afraid.
Yeah, you were.
I was grabbing his hand like
I was a stressed hand.
That wasn't what you guys told me.
Yeah, the plane had gone up a bit, but when it was initially starting, that drone of those engines, my hand was literally blue after the actual tape started. But as we started climbing, it started easing off, and then the next thing, it started gripping, and we were basically both gripping on each other because it was it was quite nerve-wracking, but it was not as bad as people said it would be. So yeah, people do over-exaggerate.
I told you it's a bus with wings.
Yeah, big, very, very high, 36,000 feet in the air and over 800 kilometers an hour. And try and open your window there to get a bit of fresh air, you'll be knocked zonked right out of there.
Exactly.
The suck you out.
Well, what a sucking feeling that will be.
Okay. So, from what I saw and what I felt from the very first day when I met you guys, let's start with James. When he shook my hand, he was so nervous.
Even I was the first time, Roland.
Yeah, it was like he was going to say to me, could you please tell Mom that we cancel this trip? That's how you felt, James. Now we can open our cards very open to everyone, right? That's how you felt, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, and then with Mary, she was a little bit nervous also. And
Terry.
And Mr. Murphy also was not nervous, but he wanted to join.
He was lost.
Yeah, but he really wanted
did want to.
Yeah. Okay, are you there, guys?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, could you tell us now when you landed in your first stop, which is Addis Ababa? Were you still the same like when you left South Africa, or tell us the feeling?
Okay, Lawrence, do you mind just repeating there? It broke up a bit for us, so we couldn't hear properly.
Okay. As soon as you landed in Addis Ababa, that was your first connection stop. So how you felt, or how was the feeling when you compare that feeling with the one that was in South Africa? Can you tell us something about that?
Okay, when we got off of the airplane to Addis Ababa,
We were lost.
we were lost. Number one, we didn't know where to go. Number two, we had to run from our entry to departure. Number three, we had to go from the one airplane to the next one within 5 minutes, and we've got between the posts in 5 minutes.
Oh, and I had heels on, so I could run very well.
Okay.
And also to get, we didn't know which direction we had to go. So we didn't know if we had to go up or down. So try to.
Okay, you're
so that there was a young lady that was them.
Okay. So, how were the people in Addis Ababa, the first landing? Yeah. When you look at their reception, were they welcoming, or tell us something about that?
Okay, again, our signal is a bit bad this side.
Yeah, I can see that. Now you have recovered. Your signal is fine now.
If they stop the video and just have their photo on, won't the connection be better?
It's possible, yeah.
Come again.
So let them try now.
Do like this.
Let me do this.
Let's
Yeah,
just
switch.
have the audio, not video.
Yeah.
I think it's the audio. Yeah. I don't know whether they've connected the camera, the webcam, or.
We are still here.
We are still here.
still
We're going
there.
to try to connect our mic.
Okay. What do you prefer? Do you want us to continue, or do you want us to go on Zoom?
If you kill your video feed, but leave your audio, that will help.
Or do you want us to go on Zoom, then we'll upload it on YouTube?
I don't know if it'll be better on Zoom. So I'll take my camera off so you just see my picture instead of seeing our faces moving.
That will be better.
I've got no idea.
We must see your faces.
Yeah, we can do that.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Okay. Shall we continue like this? Is it fine?
Yes, if you hear us better.
Okay, I can hear you nicely.
So you okay with that, Sky and Stefan?
Yes, that's fine.
Stefan, shall we continue?
Yeah, we know what.
I sure we should
Okay, I'll
continue.
just
All right.
Perfect. Yeah, we can continue.
Okay.
Okay.
My question was, as soon as you landed in Addis Ababa for the first time, of course, that was your first connection from there to Uganda. How was the reception to the people of Ethiopia during the what do you call that connection? Yeah. What did you see? Yeah. What came into your mind?
The reception was helping. We had to first run a while to get to the. We got there. They just showed us, pointed us, go in that direction.
No real communication.
Not any, but we got more help traveling couple than what we actually got from Ethiopian Airlines as well.
Yeah, from
Okay. And how much time you waited before you connect with your last flight to Uganda?
We didn't have to wait. Once
Okay.
we landed in Addis Ababa, we had to run from our entry terminal to departure. Had to go through customs, had to go through immigration, had to get our passport stamped, everything within a matter of 5 minutes because the plane was due to board.
It was actually going to board while we were busy
It was
signing
boarding
in.
while we were signing in. And so one flight to the next one in about, you can say about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there were no difficulties or delays. So everything just went very smooth. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Over to James, to Stefan and Sky.
Okay, my question would be, in Uganda, obviously you met with Richard, and you said in one of your live streams that you met with about 3,000 people, give or take a few. How did that feel to be able to meet with so many different people?
Just repeat the last piece again.
She said, how did it feel to meet?
Okay. Sorry, I heard that now.
Okay.
This way, to meet so many different people from tribes, different communities. We met most of them in Bukedia, and the warm welcome was amazing.
Totally amazing.
It was one of the best welcomes among those kind of communities we have ever received.
Yeah, well, we've never received something like that, so it was the best ever. And
we also got an elder from one of the tribes who gave us the traditional African greeting or traditional Ugandan greeting as well.
Yeah, but it's like in a loud, bold voice. We actually sat there because we thought he was like, but he was like, and we just, James and I just looked at each other like, okay, you're awake now. But Sky, it was absolutely amazing. It's actually a double hug. You hug from the left to the right, and handshake. It's actually physical contact. It's handshake after that. And there's so many people that want to say, welcome to Uganda, welcome to our country. Thank you for coming to our country. Thank you for all what you're doing for our country. That first welcome just blew me and James totally out of the water.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wow. That's excellent. Yeah. Okay, Stefan.
Your first night in the hotel. I know you guys were supposed to stay in the one hotel, and there was a little bit of an issue, and you had to relocate to another hotel. But at least you had a small TV in that hotel room, James.
TV.
I was in a hotel.
TV. I still sent Bhutan a picture of the baby TV. It was the TV I've ever seen in my life.
She had a TV.
2 channels.
Okay. Did you guys bring us, or did you make a video so that we can see how were they dancing for you, during that ceremony when they were welcoming you? Do you have something for us?
At that time, cell phone left in the car.
And there was no signal.
And we also had no signal. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to make a quick video. But if we get a warm welcome like that, to hold hands or to take pictures or videos, it shows disrespect to the elders of the group.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. From PNG. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, actually, expect not to have your phone, because then it shows you're not actually listening to what he's saying. You're concentrating more on your phone and taking a recording, and then to what he's actually doing for you, performing in front of you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This morning, during our discussion, you also mentioned that people in Uganda, they can sustain longer, over 100 years. So you might have met someone there at that age and still standing, laughing, seeing you guys. The eyesight was still good. Did you bring some photos of those people? Can you show us something? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
It was actually Richard's grandmother. She turns 101 in this year. She does use a cane, but she can still see, or teeth only, broadly. She gave Bizzle for
Marriage.
him to be her husband. Small dance was in a little house, meeting all of her family members. We even saw the graves of her father as well. So that personal connection to reach that and all of his siblings there at his little home village.
Wow. I'm still shocked because in our country, most of the people, when they are 45 years old, 47, they can't even walk. I wonder how was that elder doing? You can still do things by yourself. Um, did you ask them a remedy? How do they do that? Maybe we can also have some.
What they say? Eat a lot of cassava, eat a lot of peanuts,
Okay.
and always be happy. Be it Lucky Dube.
So you mentioned peanuts or peanuts? Peanuts.
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 G-nuts. No,
G-nuts.
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 Wow. I think I must start marketing those because really, I remember I used to pray to Jehovah that if I can sustain until 120 years, I'll be the happiest man. But if I die before that,
Well, they're absolutely delicious G-nuts, and they also eat as well.
okay. So over to Sky and Stefan again.
Okay.
You up?
You go.
James and Marianne, your overall experience with the people in Uganda, how they welcome TBC and how they just accept. Doesn't matter what happened in that country with certain issues and so forth, but you know how do they perceive TBC in that country, and do they see the value of TBC in Uganda and what it can mean to them and for them all, not only for one person but for a whole community as such. Elaborate a little bit on that.
Okay, we've got a bit of but I've got an idea of what you're asking. How do they pay for their TBC? What's that side, and what do they think?
Is that what you're actually asking?
Well, if I can hear what you're saying.
Hello.
Connection is bad. What I'm asking is the perception of the people in Uganda regarding TBC.
Yes.
Their strength in believing in TBC, you know, on a level. Give us an indication of what they see it.
Okay. I'll let you answer that because the best way.
Okay, let me put it like this. Some time talking to the government officials.
Yeah.
And some of the, well, deep into the communities. In the same area as my mom, among the people, and I walked among the people. They say TBC is the saving grace of the world.
Okay, did you hear that?
For you guys.
The song that I can't remember the Disturbed, The Sound of Silence.
Yeah.
Remember the song Sound of Silence, this describes Uganda perfectly. Voices, people who are too afraid to say what mind, but now voice that they never had.
Yes.
They say TBC is
Okay.
Did you guys get to hear?
Not a lot, no.
We lost them.
When Marianne speaks and when James speaks, I don't know if you're on different speakers.
Yeah, we lost them. Yeah, we will consider
Can you
this.
hear us now?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay.
I will repeat the answer from Stefan.
Okay.
You asked what is their views on TBC and how do they see TBC? They see TBC as their saving grace. Because I will explain it like this. One of the members told me that there's a song sang by a group, but this group that I like is called Disturbed. They sing the song called The Sound of Silence. The one guy told me that song, The Sound of Silence, describes perfectly how Uganda is. Too much people who've got things on their mind, but they are too afraid to speak, and they become silent. But now TBC has given them their back that they lost many years ago.
Yes.
That's why saving grace.
Wonderful.
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah. I don't know if Stefan has a question before I proceed.
Marianne and James.
Just a question on you, Marianne. Marianne?
Yes, Stefan.
You.
Marianne, you're sorry, Sky, you're on the floor.
I said, who made the biggest impression on Marianne there in Uganda?
Who made the biggest impression on me?
Yes.
In Uganda.
Okay,
Yes.
I will answer that.
Okay, answer what you think is the one that made the biggest. Okwi?
Richard Samuel Okwi.
Yes.
And then another man by the name of Samuel Ingole.
Oh.
The best driver there, but he's got the smallest little heart I've ever seen.
I'm known Mama Mary in Uganda.
Yes,
because they see me as their mama.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But Richard is absolutely the perfect choice to lead his country into TBC because he is from TBC. When he saw that he made the blog, he looked like a boy that was jumping up and down on a trampoline that wasn't there. That's the excitement he had.
Fantastic.
Wow. Okay. After all the experiences, you know, when we go through the mission statement, the mission statement of TBC has taught us love. That love is not just love. Within it, we should be considering one another as well. So, what is that we can do as South Africans and the rest of the world to inject more support to the people of Uganda after all the experiences that you have gone through during presentations and touring that country in different towns, provinces also. Yeah.
That's a wonderful question.
Very good question.
My goal is I want to. These guys, they aim for TBC, but they don't really have the resources to do TBC the way they want to. They're wanting to get 2 TBC offices set up in Uganda, one in Mbali and one in Bukeria, which is around about 35 kilometers apart. And I'm wanting to hopefully go around and find laptops and cell phones and Wi-Fi routers and all those kinds of things that we could donate to them to help them with their work. I'm wanting to get hold of Doctors Without Borders.
Yes.
To help the AIDS-stricken communities because they do not get their antiviral medication. These husbands and wives, they've lost over 300 husbands and wives to AIDS, and there's about 700 children who has lost their parents due to AIDS over the last 5 years. Their school rating is bad. They've got 98 primary schools, and they've only got about 8 secondary schools. So by the time children are finished with primary school, 70% of children drop out of school because there's no space for them in secondary school.
That's so true.
We've got older communities who cannot walk, and their closest clinics is 25, 35, 45 kilometers. We've got a community who sits and prays. Some of the women go and pray overnight while the men are sleeping. Their church that they made out of brick and mud does not have doors or windows. While these women are praying in their groups at night, young kids and young men come and stone them while they are praying. Then it's the children who are between the ages of 4 years old and 12 years old. Some of them, they look as skinny as rakes because they cannot eat. They would get one slice of bread for a week or one slice of bread a day, and there's 5 children. They'll each take a bite of a piece of bread so that each one can get some nutrition.
Yeah, you see, the people around do not know what we saw there in Uganda. Uganda is a forgotten country, and people need to be reawakened to shake them awake to say, you know what, Uganda is still there. These people are crying for help, and they need as much assistance as possible. If people can donate things to Uganda, they're opening a charity in Uganda called actually the Murphy Charitable Foundation in honor of our name because of us going there. And they're going to need as much help and assistance as they possibly can because the government is not doing the work that they are supposed to do for their people.
Yes, and that's also why we're talking about donations because, yes, the donations will be made to us, let's say come to us, but the donations are actually going into the Murphy Charitable Organization.
Yes.
Which means it could be anything from R1 to an old cell phone or an old laptop or maybe some old clothing or sheets or anything. But the charitable organization will be accepting all of the things that can be accepted. It's non-profit organization. We have already signed the documentation to get the charitable organization started.
Which Richard is going to be going to lead as well. So it's not only TBC, it's this foundation as well.
And the main step up, Murphy Charitable Organization, the main leading point is TBC.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say again, thanks for all your explanation and all your endeavor in Africa. To all those who are currently listening to this live stream, it's a special TBC live stream broadcast from South Africa. we are sharing with everyone around the world. What has been explained so far is very touchy, and we might think that from various countries we are in poverty, but what I've heard today from the experiences that you have, what you have picked up in Uganda, it really shows that we have a lot of work to do. And TBC, it's not all about the coin or TBC money, but yes, as the admin once said, the admin has more in store for each and everyone who's following the instructions. As the private community, we really have to reconstruct our minds and ask ourselves again that exactly why are we in TBC? It is also showing that soon, not long, we will be engaged with some projects around the globe because, like I said, it is not all about the coin, it's appreciating, but there's more in this community. So, I don't know, but if there is something that Stefan and Sky would like to add, you're welcome to do so. I'm still connecting some things here.
Sky?
I was just thinking, are you going to give us some information on that foundation if we need to send things to you? Will you give Lawrence that so that it can be shown below this video?
Okay, Sky, at the moment, Richard is still busy with all the finalizations. He started, he didn't sleep last night. He waited till we were home. So he's going to go tomorrow so that he can get the registration of the Murphy organization started.
And we want to get a website up?
We are going to be creating a website for the Murphy charitable organization here. And in that website, we will have banking details, we will have addresses. For, let's say, if there's anyone near that side of Africa, Richard will set up a delivery point where things can go to. We will set up a delivery point here in South Africa as well. And as time goes, and let's say once a month or once every second month, we can send some things through. But the whole goal of the Murphy charitable organization is to not just to help the people and to get donations for Uganda, but it is also for spreading the extra word of TBC, because TBC is all about distribution and giving and helping one another. And that's also what our Murphy charitable organization is for. It's about giving, helping one another, being there for each other, working together as a community. And it's our organization's goals and slogan works under the same principles as TBC.
Yeah, you see, unfortunately, us humans, we are somewhere along the line, we forget how to love our fellow human. We forget how to do that because we're so busy with our own life. We forget to we don't see the bigger picture. You know, like you said, Lawrence, people here in South Africa and around the world think that they're poverty-stricken.
Yeah.
Exactly how poverty-stricken Uganda is until they have actually gone into the field. Like you said today, we spoiled here in South Africa. Very, very spoiled.
Yes. Okay. Since we're keeping up with time, we are going to declare this special live stream as part one. We're still going to have another during daytime. The signal will be different. So this is part one.
Yes.
Is it fine?
That's excellent.
That's excellent. Perfect with me.
Okay. So last part one, I'll have two more questions. What is the average current living wage in Uganda? And when you compare it with other countries, yeah.
if I compare the average living wage in Uganda compared to South Africa, let me say South Africa and the US. The US income gap works around about, on minimum wage, $50 to $150 a week in America. South Africa, we earn anywhere from 1,000 Rand to 2,500 Rand a week in the lower class sector. In Uganda, the lower class sector, they earn $20 a week up to $25 a week. But maximum income gap on the lower class sector is around about $120 to $130 a month.
A month.
Are you saying a month? Not a week?
Yes.
Yes, a month.
A month.
And they still can manage to get $100 together to buy TBC?
Yes, because they sell property. They sell their G-nuts. They sell the root that they eat. They sell whatever they can do, crafted beads. They are not scared to work. 2 o'clock in the morning, their shops are still open. And then they go to bed, and then 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, the shops are reopened. So they don't have a life.
So you're saying they work 24 hours, is that right?
Basically speaking, yes.
Basically speaking, yes. They get 3-4 hours sleep a day.
They don't have family life.
Yeah. I don't know how to compare between our country and Uganda. I would declare that most of us in my country, we are so spoiled. If you are spending over $1,000 to $1,200 a month in comparison to Uganda, I think we have to reconsider our minds and start thinking the other way around, especially within the TBC community. These are good examples.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know what the others say.
Well, from my side, as well.
We are losing you.
Stefan, we don't hear you.
This report's got a panel.
Maybe Skype. Oh, okay. Okay.
You should hear.
We did not hear you.
Okay, say something. I see your face moving.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. What I was saying is the people in Uganda apparently uses solar panels to power their lights, but a solar panel can't power a stove, so they still cook in the old-fashioned way with with fire and coal stove, if I'm right.
That's correct.
What just to add on to what Lawrence has said, and we all agree on, we are so spoiled in this country. I mean, we flick
that is
the
so
switch,
true.
we've got lights. We flick the switch, and we've got a microwave to make food.
And what about the tap for running water?
They've got to walk up to 10 kilometers to get to a manual borehole pump.
A manual borehole pump, the one that you have to move up and down like in the olden days. They're still using that.
Okay, where did Lawrence go to now?
I think he disappeared.
I think he might have lost connection.
So,
guys, to see it there.
honestly, I take my hat for. Yeah, it looks like connection has gone haywire again.
Okay, what about your hat? What are you going to do with your hat?
No, I take my hat off to those people. I mean, they are a proud nation. They are humble.
Very proud.
And it doesn't matter how difficult it is, they make it work. And they will be successful in TBC, even with the circumstances there.
Definitely. And you know what? They still smile. Absolutely. You go past people here in South Africa and they've got all these things around them. They're so unappreciative of what they've got. They can't even give you a friendly hello.
Exactly. But, you know, that's you know, what I said when we drove into or close to your home today, before I dropped you off.
Yeah.
I said to you, you are looking at the world differently after you've been to a country like that. Am I right?
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Definitely.
Even myself. Ek sien baie dinge anders in my eie lewe ook.
Absolutely. You know, we've got so much to be grateful for. We are
We
blessed.
do, but we are blessed, but then you get the people that just have to sit on that one thing and complain basically about nothing.
You know, Stefan, when I went to every single community, you know what I taught them?
GAP.
Yeah. Really?
Really? 100%. God always provides.
I taught
Yes,
every single one of them GAP.
No
Because
wonder.
like I said on your one comment,
No wonder I'm so emotional today.
You see?
Thank
Because
you.
God does always provide.
Thank you, guys.
He does.
it's a pleasure.
And He protects.
Sorry, guys, the signal is so jealous. I lost the signal.
It's okay, brother. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We still carried on speaking with each other.
Can we hear each other now?
Yes.
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 Okay, Bhutana, I just want to finish here. I'm almost done. Stefan, as you taught me, GAP, God always provides. From the moment you taught me that, my mind changed, and that's something I wake up every morning and I say to myself, GAP, God always provides. God will provide for me today. And that's what I taught them in Uganda, because it's something I now firmly believe in. And you know, also the other thing I taught you is WWJD. What would Jesus do?
Yes.
And you know, in this case, this scenario, Jesus would do exactly what we are doing, to go out of our way to help these people, to give them the kind of life that they deserve.
Yeah, we went out of our comfort zone, but that doesn't matter because our comfort has got no patch on what we want. We've got to stop saying what we want and see what others need just for survival. Yeah, we all need a lot of things to survive. But you know what? Giving love to somebody else takes a person nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In the early 80s, about the civil wars, including Uganda and others, I was very touched at that age. I didn't know that one day we will be joining hands in helping those people. That is why when you mentioned the Uganda, that feeling was it, because I read something about what is happening there. It really touched me. But I'm glad that the Creator Jehovah has actually paved the way that there is something we can do, not just mentally, but practically. Since you guys went there, now it's a breakthrough now for us to contribute something of the world.
That is so true.
Amen.
Amen. So be it.
You know, when you pray and you say the words Amen, you're proclaiming what you just spoke with your mouth.
Yes, and with your heart.
Guys. It's not all about us reaching out to 1 billion, but it is all about us empowering one another and teaching one another how to catch the fish.
Yes.
That's it.
these are my last words for today. And I don't know if before we do a closure, from our sister in Free State Sky and our brother Stefan, is there anything you want to say, including you guys as this family?
I agree 100% with you. We need to teach people how to do things and not just be a handout society. So when you can teach them to do something, TBC included, you can actually make such a difference in their lives in a simple, easy way. Because even with them, they don't have to find $100 for one person. They can put together and say, okay, fine, 5 of us are going to go and buy $100 worth. Okay. And they can split it between the 5 of them. So many times you have to look at that kind of a stokvel type of situation when you're dealing with people who don't have the funds, to try and get them to see that there are different ways of doing it. I know you can go the partnership route, but standing together and saying, okay, fine, let us club together, then you make them more united as well in the endeavor to actually go forward.
That is so true, Sky.
Thank you, Sky. Thank you so much. Those are encouraging words, and we will always remember that. Okay, let's hear from our brother Sky. But we lost him.
Yeah, he's lost.
Now we seem to have lost Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan seems to have been gone.
Oh, sorry. Stefan is gone. Okay, let's have our last from the family, since they were representing us and the rest of the world in Uganda.
Okay, do you know, I just want to sign off with saying what we did the last week in Uganda, I will do again in a heartbeat.
Definitely.
Without a single doubt, because I learned some values of life which I needed to learn. I see my life in a different point of view, and I will do it again.
Yes, I'll also do it again without thinking twice, because I know it is so needed. And to go on what you said, Sky, Richard, there in Uganda, in Bali, his town where he's currently living now, he has already said to his fellow Tibetans, if exactly what you said about open one wallet for 5 people. He's already explained it to them that they can even work it like that, so that one coin that they can get to redeem can be split between the 5 of them. And they appreciated his way of thinking, because he doesn't only see the things what's happening now, he's seeing further and beyond that. Because if those 5 people are willing to share that one coin, they know that they are made an agreement and they stick to what they say to each other. And that will definitely help them. You've got the one wallet, but 5 are sharing it. Will encourage other people to do the same thing.
Okay. Thanks again. Live stream. To be looking forward to meet again in our part 2 of the same special TBC live broadcast from South Africa. And we are all sending our loving greetings and warmth to the people of Uganda and the rest of the world. That, guys, we all love you, not just in our heads, but within ourselves, in our hearts. We will always be with you. And then may Jehovah God blesses us all in this mission, since we are all aware that we are actually reaching out every second of our lives. So don't despair, stay strong, stay focused, never lose focus. So the movement that we are involved involved with. It is the only one that will help every mankind around the globe to eradicate poverty forever or at once. I'll say thank you again, Memphis family, Sky, and our brother, where is he? Stefan just left. Thank you again, brother.
Okay, just hang on. I'll find out now what happened.
Okay. And also thank you to all those who are watching this live stream as we broadcast in the rest of the world. So, anything to say, guys,
Thank
before
you,
we go on?
Stefan says, good night, you guys. Wonderful broadcast. But his network played a role in him leaving.
Okay.
Buggy wuggies.
All right. So we are going off now, guys, and say good night for now. But we're looking forward to join.
Thank you, Batana.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Sky, I'm looking forward to meet you in Free State soon.
I'm looking forward to it as well.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Ciao.